thank you and God bless you. And now you will hear from Claudia Tenney.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Congresswoman Claudia Tenney from New York's 24th District in upstate New York. And just so grateful to be here, and thank you to Chris and everyone and all of you for these wonderful supporters here. You know, since the Dobbs decision, pregnancy resource centers across the country have found themselves under attack by the Biden administration. But just last year, Caucus Pregnancy Services in Amherst, New York, just outside my district and near Buffalo, New York, was firebombed by 8 radical far-left pro-abortion terrorists known as Jane's Revenge. The inability of the Biden administration to stop and prosecute this despicable act is yet another unfortunate example of hyper-partisanship. And I'm so honored that today the Reverend Jim Harden, who runs Caucus Care Center, is here with us. Here he is right here. Thank you so much, Jim, for all you do for protecting women and women in crisis and families. And thankfully, Caucus Care has been rebuilt through the love and compassion of donors. And I would definitely like to join you, Carol, on your new bill to help pregnancy centers with the tax credit. So thank you for introducing that as well. This rule, there's unfortunately this is continuing. Recently, the Biden administration and the Department of Health and Human Services proposed a rule aimed at defunding these critical crisis centers. This rule is not only illegal, it would circumvent congressional authority to create the law, but it also jeopardizes the thousands of women and children who rely on pregnancy centers every year for care. As a solution, I was honored to join as an original co-sponsor with Representative Michelle Fischbach in introducing the Pregnant and Parenting Women and Families Act. This is H.R. 6918, which would prevent DHHS, it's a little cold, but I got my bills here with me, from unfairly limiting the ability of states to spend temporary assistance for needy families, TANF funds, on pregnancy resource centers. Pregnancy resource centers, as you've heard from everyone, provide a wide array of services, and they're vital, including pregnancy testing, ultrasounds, parental education, counseling, connections to housing and transportation, and continuous care and love for these families as they provide and choose life. I just want to say thank you again. I know that the time is limited here, and the House is set to pass my Pregnant and Parenting Women and Families Act to prioritize these pregnancy resource centers so that they can ensure care to families all across our nation. We can't stop there. We need to make sure we put the pressure on, and this weekend with the March for Life, that the Senate will also pass this important rule to enable pregnancy centers to continue to receive the equal funding. And so I just want to say thank you to everyone. I'm grateful to be here, honored to be with my colleagues, and this is a great day, even though we're going to fight some snow. This is it's always much more exhilarating to win a battle through difficult situations, but especially with the beauty of the snow. So thanks so much to all, and thank you again to Chris and everyone who's here. Everyone's a pro-life sponsor, proudly wearing your hats, and all my colleagues. And next, I believe, is Ashley Hinson.
Jim, you have first today, Ashley.
Oh, Jim. Sure. Thank you, Jim. Congratulations. This is our hero in upstate New York. Thanks so much, Jim.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for having me. My name is Jim Harden. I am the president of Caucus Care Pregnancy Services. We're a network of medicalized, if you will, pro-life pregnancy centers in New York, Rochester, Buffalo, Albany, New York City. We were firebombed by pro-abortion terrorists and targeted for discrimination by pro-abortion politicians. We provide ethical medical care and support to women facing unplanned pregnancies for free. And yet we're targeted. All people are made in the image of God, and therefore we are inviolable, not to be violated, because we are invaluable, imbued with the dignity of creatures made just a little lower than God. Being endowed by our Creator is the only basis for a blind justice system, one based on a constitutional rule of law, protecting all, and especially the weak, from the powerful. A recent study revealed that nearly 70% of women felt coerced to abort their babies. That means that up to 700,000 abortions per year in America are either unethical or illegal. Many of these abortions are to cover up a sex crime, as we've already heard. And how do pro-abortion politicians respond to this reality? When a 10-year-old girl, pregnant by a 27-year-old rapist, was transported across state lines to get an abortion in Indiana in violation of the Federal Mann Act, President Biden was outraged, oddly, at the lack of abortion access in Ohio to cover for the rapist. And what happened to Planned Parenthood after a whistleblower from Arizona revealed the systemic cover-up of sex crime against immigrant women? Is anything happening with those conspiring in the DOJ, pro-abortion politicians, and pharmaceutical companies to engage the illicit chemical abortion drug trafficking in violation of the Comstock Act? And isn't it curious that the FBI agents were taken off sex crime investigations when no one is bothering to ask which abortion business was servicing Jeffrey Epstein's international sex crime syndicate in New York City? The Supporting Pregnant and Parenting Women and Families Act, as well as Congresswoman Claudia Tenney's Unborn Child Support Act, provides a helpful protection to women and a needed rebuke to Biden administration's support of big abortion and sex abusers. If Republican presidential candidates like Donald Trump insist once again on distancing themselves from the abortion problem, they should at least talk about the systemic criminality of the abortion industry. Dobbs put abortion restrictions under the purview of the states, but protecting all people equally remains the purview of the federal government and the commander-in-chief. Any candidate unwilling to address this evil, is unworthy of the office. Thank you.